Good morning, Earth Angels. This is Laura Hosford with the Light Leaders Academy, and coming to you here with our weekly prayer circle, and got started a little bit late today. I'm going to turn up my volume here to make sure that you are able to hear me, and I'm not able to connect in with my computer this morning, so I'll be connecting in with my phone. So apologize for the motion here. I'll try to keep her as steady as possible. In fact, I'm going to try to see if I can prop my phone up so that you can actually not have to endure my unsteadiness there. Beautiful. And let's see, I'm going to actually change the position now as well so that you don't have to look at that fan. Okay, let's see if I can change it so that you're not looking at the fan here. All right. I can get this set up, all right. Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here with our prayer circle for today. Not able to get this propped up like I want to. So I'm just going to continue to hold it for you. Okay. So today's message is all about the message of us going into fear of the unknown and to chaos and great change. So this was the message that wanted to come through for you today, that when I checked in earlier today for us to talk about in our prayer circle. Okay, so I want to first of all share with you also this card. Hopefully I can share this with you on this phone here. You can see that this came through from my master teacher, Jesus, Yeshua as I call him. And so this card is all about saying that I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. And so this is in verse Matthew 28:20. So you can look that up. So I think this is a really great reminder today from Jesus that we are always never alone, that we are always encased or supported by our divine spiritual teams, as I like to say, which includes our masters, our teachers from the Akashic Records, and includes our own angels and angel teams as well, and our families as well, who are here to support us while we walk this path as humans on the earth plane. So let's take a moment now to go ahead and get grounded into the space. Before I go into sharing the message with you today, I always like to do a grounding here. And so I'll just begin by first asking you to take in a couple of deep breaths. So let's do that together now. Breathing in on the inhale. Breathing in, taking in new fresh energies of peace and love from the Divine Mother. And then exhaling out any stress or tension or anxiety and everything that's ready to be released or that we want to release from our energetic fields. So let's breathing in peace again. And then a nice exhale, exhaling out everything that we're ready to release. And then one more time, breathing in. Nice big belly breath, and then breathing out on the exhale. Beautiful. And now I'll invite you to just close your eyes and bring a hand, either hand, to your heart. Just placing it simply resting upon your chest, wherever you feel comfortable. And inviting you to bring all the energy from the center of the head and bring it all the way down to the heart. And then allow it to pass through the heart, sending it down through the body, out the bottom of your feet, sending it all the way down into Mother Earth. Beautiful. And so now I'm just going to guide you through this meditation and prayer for grounding. And so first we'll start with the prayer. I connect my physical body and vessel deep into the arms of Mother Earth, allowing her to hold me safely and gently. I feel 100% secure inside her loving womb. And so just imagine sending a beautiful bright green grounding cord down from the base of your spine, allowing it to go down deep into Mother Earth, connecting it all the way down into the center of Mother Earth, connecting into a large golden ball of crystalline light. Beautiful. And as you connect with this crystalline light, just feel yourself sink into this beautiful, unconditional, loving energy from Mother Earth that is always there for you. Beautiful. On the new crystalline matrix of the new Earth. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and just bring some of that beautiful, unconditional love up from Mother Earth, bringing up your feet and up your legs and up your heart. Opening your heart chakra wider. And now taking that energy on up the top of your head, taking it all the way up to the 7th plane of all that is. I open my own consciousness fully and enter through the stargate of time to connect with the highest heavens of the cosmos, that they lift me up to my divine connection of all that is. So now connecting in with the 7th plane of all that is. Connecting, emerging into the light of all that is, but also just noticing that you're not lost in this light, that you are still retaining your own individual soul spark of light. Begin to feel the immense love that this light has for you, and feel yourself expanding more into the infinite source of all that is, of love and light. Also begin to connect with your star family. Beautiful. And invite them to embrace you in their unconditional love that they have for you. Beautiful. All right. Now begin to bring that beautiful light back down, grounding it into your heart space. I am connected to heaven and earth, as above, so below. I am open and ready to serve the kingdom of love and light for the highest good of all, and so it is. Amen, amen, amen. Beautiful. And now you've just anchored your light, your beautiful light, from heaven to earth, becoming the bridge of light. And just take a breath to really anchor that in and feel that beautiful connection that you have. Feel the beautiful waves of loving support coming down from heaven for you that are always there for you. Beautiful. And then taking a deep breath in, and then feeling how you're grounded and supported by beautiful Mother Earth. Beautiful. Because even though she's changing and she's shifting, and we're feeling some of her impulses here on the earth, she is still supporting us at all times. She is still loving us unconditionally at all times, caring for us. Beautiful. So let's just take a deep breath to anchor that in. And now I'm just going to take a few minutes to share some of the message that was coming through for you this morning around this, all of the chaos, the change, the fear of the unknown that we may be going into, particularly those of us who are, I call earth angels, those of us who are very sensitive, who are empaths, light workers, whatever your word is for it. So this was the message that was coming through today. So cycles of change have increased on the earth as the Divine Mother sends us her new energy to rebuild. And so the old must come down, the old ways of being, the old energies that we've been living in from the third dimension. Those energies are now leaving us, so to speak, and are going to be replaced with these higher frequencies of energy of peace and love and compassion, unity and respect. So at this point right now, we are kind of like in this period of flux, right? And it's not always very comfortable for us as sensitives. So right now, what's happening is we are learning how to shift into creating with these new energies. We're letting go of the ways that we used to be in, that we used to create our lives. And so sometimes this can feel like we're in a constant state of flux, with our feet barely walking on the ground sometimes. So if we're not properly grounded every day, then we won't be operating out of our heart space. This tends to leaving us feeling scattered, disconnected, and pulling back from our life actually sometimes. We may feel like running away from our lives and our responsibilities right now. We may feel pulled in several directions at once, not able to stabilize our inner world right now. It can be challenging at this time for sure. And all of this can lead to much anxiety and stress, and actually lead us back into the fear of the unknown. It can actually, come in and take center in our lives, actually having the fear come in and actually start to run us again. And this is not where we want to operate from. So when this happens, we're basically hearing our ego voice. We're basically hearing our mind. Our mind is beginning to run us again in the universe of fear. And we can hear it sometimes in the background screaming at us that the sky is falling and all systems are on alert, right? High alert. So when this happens and we kind of recognize we're going into this space, that's kind of our cue that we want to pause and we want to take some deep breaths at that point, because that means that we have become ungrounded at that point. So, because if we let our ego mind, continue to run us, this scenario can only take us into that place of fear, of hopelessness, and maybe feeling despair, and actually pulling us backward into the third dimensional habits and patterns and ways of being, into the world of fear and chaos that we're leaving now. And also can bring up unyielded emotions that can take over. So this really becomes a choice point at that moment, right? At that pivotal moment. It's a choice of which way we're going to choose, because there's no sitting on the fence anymore, so to speak. We have to choose in every moment, which universe are we going to choose to live from? Are we going to choose to live from the universe of fear? Or are we going to choose to live from the new universe of love in the fifth dimension? That is the choice. Now, no one is asking us to be perfect. We're human. It's just a matter, I think, of us choosing to move into the universe of love consciously and not allow ourselves to be pulled backwards into the universe of fear. Okay, so this is our challenge. This is what we want to work on, right? Okay. So right now, the times that are happening on the planet are calling us to grow in our faith and our trust in ourselves more. And so this really requires us to choose moment to moment which reality we want to be a part of, fear or love. When we are viewing life events from our ego mind, then we'll be operating out of that universe of fear. But the more that we can ground in and focus on our heart space and allow for our heart to lead us, the more that we'll be grounding into and living in the universe of love, of truth. We'll be able to see beyond and feel beyond this illusion here of the polarities on the planet. So our task as earth angels, as light workers, as light leaders, is to simply choose to operate more from the universe of love than fear in our choices every day, moment to moment. So what does this state of being look like? Well, the more that you can choose going into love and staying out of the universe of fear, the more you're going to be entraining yourself into the new patterns and ways of being, of choosing love more and more and more. As you do entrain into these energies of your choice of moving into more love, it will become easier for you despite what's going on all around you. So there could be fires burning outside your house. There could be earthquakes. There could be floods. There could be people going into panic. However, it is our number one job, in my opinion, and based on what my guides are telling me, that we have got to, as light workers, hold the inner balance inside of our very being. And as we are able to hold that inner balance, as we are able to stay into the universe of love, then this becomes a choice that others can choose as well. So, for example, let's say that you're at a job, and let's say someone is becoming very ungrounded, they're becoming very panicked, their emotions are running them, they're going into a lot of fear. If you can come into that situation and bring your loving presence, you can bring your entrained energy field of love into that moment, and you can stay calm and grounded and centered and balanced within yourself, then if you will notice, by holding that space, then that person will start to calm down, because they can't help but feel your entrainment. They can't help but feel your field of love that you're holding literally in your energy bodies. And because that will be at a higher vibration, it will help to entrain their energy field to move and shift from the lower vibration of fear into that higher vibration of love. And you don't even have to necessarily say a word. All you have to do is just from your pure state of beingness, of who you are being in the moment. Now that is powerful. That is very powerful. And so it's not like we have to have these, high skill sets of how to handle, these events and not knowing what to say. All we have to do is just go into this state of being. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you some tips to help you to stay grounded in your body. So I've listed out, I think I've got like 22 steps here for you to choose from, and I'll post those probably in a document. And I'd like for you to go through, and I just want you to choose 3, okay? I don't want you to try to do all 22 of these things. I just want you to choose 3 of those that you want to work with and that you want to try, okay? And I will suggest or invite you that, here's your opportunity. Here's a big opportunity that we have to walk in more faith and to leave behind the universe of fear. And here we're being gifted with this wonderful opportunity to do this, right? And to really see things from the higher perspective of our higher self and our soul. As we connect with the universe of love, then we are seeing from this much bigger perception of what's really going on, much bigger picture. When we can connect with that, we can move beyond just seeing here on just what's happening on the earth plane. We can stay connected to that bigger picture, that picture of truth beyond this reality. And we can really start to make those inner shifts within us and become balanced. So it does get easier as we practice. And this will take practice on your part. There's no other way around it. We all each individually have to choose. We all each individually have to lay aside some time every day to be still, to be quiet, to connect with our heart, to connect with our inner intuition. This is something that it's a spiritual practice. However you do it is your choice, but it is so important right now, so that you can look back and you can say, you know what, I was able to do my very best and stay connected, for myself, to nurture myself and to stay in that universe of love. and not get thrown off balance by fear, because it's all an illusion. It's all just an illusion. It's all just a game. And the more you can connect with your I am self and your higher self, the more you'll become that witness observer. And you'll be able to just be in that witness observer place of seeing from that higher perspective. And you won't be pulled into the drama. You won't be pulled into the fear. You'll start to create this space, this loving space around you that will basically help you to stay balanced inside, to stay neutral. And so this is this place that we want to be. And again, I think this is probably the most important thing that we can do is earth angels and light workers to help each other, encourage each other, create communities of light like we have here on this Facebook group, and to support each other in doing this. And this is creating a new holographic field here. With this group, this community, and I'll be continuing to pray with you. And let's go ahead now, and whatever your prayers are today, I'll invite you to go ahead and send those prayers into our sacred circle of light. And go ahead and just now, with your intention, you can speak them into the holographic field of the circle of light. You can post them into the prayers file, whichever you feel comfortable with. And so now, let's go ahead now and just take a moment again to close your eyes. And I'm just going to go ahead and just acknowledge and bring in my light team I brought in this morning for the circle and setting it up. And just asking that all of our divine light teams, including our higher self, our oversoul, our angelic teams, our higher teams of the light beings to come in, our high spirit guides, to now just surround each person right now in this moment in the prayer circle, and to surround each person with a sense of grounded, unconditional love and light, to enfold them in a bubble of inner balance, neutrality, and compassion, and to help them to hold this grounded awareness in their space today, and to help them to entrain into this space more and more, choosing the universe of love in every moment, no matter what's happening in the outer world, and to help them to hold this space for themselves, for their families, for their friends, and also help us to hold this space for the world. For that is what we came to do as light workers. We are here to be the bridges of light between heaven and earth. We are creating that bridge of light now into this new, beautiful, golden era of peace in the fifth dimension. And remind us that we're always ever moving toward more love and more light. And to just release and let go, and to not go into resistance, but to allow the change to move us forward. Help us to walk in more faith and more trust, to breathe, to laugh, to play, and to move into those creative energies that are here for us that we're trying to adjust to right now. And that's really what it is. We're trying to adjust to learning how to be creators, which we intended to come into this lifetime to do. So thank you. We give great gratitude and thanks to the beings of light who are here to help us, to move us forward in more faith and trust, and to hold us and nurture us in a loving space. And we ask for all these prayers to be answered for the highest good of each person, and to help us all to move forward together into a new wonderful world. So be it and so it is. This or something greater. Amen, amen, amen. Beautiful. So just take a deep breath in, everyone. Beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you. So thank you so much for being with me today. I apologize for the moving around of this. I had to do it on my phone. For some reason, I couldn't connect in on my computer to do the video today. Not sure why. And I'll get this posted up into the groups soon for you, along with the 21 or 22 grounding tip sheet. Okay, so thank you for bringing your love and light. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, until we meet again next week. And if you know of anyone that could use some additional prayer and community support, please share and invite them to join our community of light. Thank you so much. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Namaste.